My name is Dwayne Morgan, and I have a great opportunity to share with you this afternoon. And I want to begin by telling you something that you may not have realized at this point, but I'm black, and I just wanted to get that out of the way from the beginning. Now that that is out of the way, I want to tell you something that happens in a lot of black homes, especially homes that are run by parents who were not born in this country. Now, oftentimes when we go to watch the news and we hear there's a story about a shooting that has happened, there's a subconscious conversation that happens, and we cross our fingers and we say, please don't be black, please don't be black, please don't be black. And then the newscaster says the suspect is a male black, and we're like, oh, man. And this happens because we feel a sense of responsibility. We feel as though we are connected to these people that we have never met. We don't know their names, we don't know them, but we feel somehow connected. Now, this also works in the opposite direction. When President Obama is elected President of the United States, we have church services, we have parties, we have gatherings. We are not even American, yet we feel as though we have won something because one of us did something, because we feel a sense of connection and responsibility. Because in many African cultures, in many Aboriginal cultures, we are wired to understand and experience the world through the concept of we, through understanding that we are all connected in some way, shape, or form. But now we find ourselves living in a very individualistic society. So there's a little bit of a disconnect because we live in a society today where it is so individual that when we speak about we, people think we're talking about a video game console. People don't realize how connected we actually are and how important our connections are to us actually achieving the things that we want to achieve with our lives. We live in this individualistic society that tells us it's all about me, it's all about it's all about what I can do. So I want to be the most popular, I want to have the most friends, I want to get the most likes, I want to have the most followers, and we get this false sense of importance because we think that it is all about us. But we have to understand that we is what is actually important. When you think about you think the world revolves around you. But it is important to recognize that we are just a small piece in a very large puzzle that started long before we even entered the world in the form that we are in right now. And it will continue long after us. So we have to remember that the most important thing that we have is the sense of connectivity and responsibility that we have for each other. When I was in high school, it was a very different time than today. Everything was very segregated. We had the black kids sat over here, the Italian kids here, the Greek kids, the Indian kids. Everybody was all segregated and separate. And the reason why this happened was because people wanted to fit in. They wanted to feel as though they belonged. They wanted to connect with people who understood them and who understood their lives, right? And it is very important that we have these connections. But these connections that I'm speaking about don't only go along racial lines, don't just go along gender lines. Sometimes we are connected to people that we have not even ever met, right? Imagine when someone created the guitar. Eventually, throughout time, somebody changed the design. Eventually, somebody made an electric guitar. If somebody didn't make this electric guitar, we wouldn't have had Prince. We wouldn't have had Jimi Hendrix. We wouldn't have Eric Clapton. These people are all part of connectivity, right? Through generations. They didn't even know each other, but they were connected. When the first person invented a microphone for situations like these, I don't think they imagined the time where you would have a sleek little microphone like this one that I'm using right now. But somebody created that first microphone, and then somebody improved on it and improved on it and improved on it to now I am standing here and you can't even barely see the microphone that I'm using. And every one of those people who contributed to the evolution of the microphone is a part of my we, because they are allowing me to do with my life what I have been put here to do. There are things that have happened in the past that have been done to prepare this world for you, for what you are going to do. And this is how important your life is. There are people who are not even born yet, who are depending on you to fulfill your dreams and your purpose, so that when they are born, the stage is set for them to fulfill their dreams and their purpose. So don't think that you are just here in life wasting time. You are extremely important. There are people who are depending on you who are not even born as yet. So you have to understand how important your dreams are. Sometimes when I listen to, a song on the radio, as an artist, I listen to it and I'm just like, oh man, that's such a great idea, such a great concept. I wish I had come up with it. But that song came to the person who made that song for a reason. It is important that you pay attention to your thoughts, because every thought that comes to your mind was sent to you for a reason. There's a reason why it was not sent to the person sitting beside you. It was sent to you because there is something that you are supposed to do with it. And there are people who are waiting for you to do something with these ideas, so that when they are born, you have set the stage for them to fulfill their purpose. So understand that every one of our dreams are connected to something bigger than ourselves. You are a bridge between the past and what is to come in the future. Without you, there is a gap between these two spaces of time. That is how important you are. So as you sit here this afternoon, remember, you are important. Your thoughts are important. Your dreams are important. Your ideas are important. The world needs you. And the world will be a much different place without you. But it especially needs you to work on your purpose, to work on your goals, to work on your dreams. And in order for that to happen, you have to be thinking about your we. Because we live in this individual society that promotes individual success. But there's really no such thing as individual success. We do not achieve anything by ourselves. We like to praise athletes and celebrities. We say, look at LeBron James, look at Kobe Bryant, look at Sidney Crosby, look at Justin Bieber, look at all of these people. But Kobe Bryant, LeBron James, Sidney Crosby didn't get to where they are by themselves. They got to where they are because of their families, because of the coaches that they've had over the years, because of the teammates they've had over the years. They had a we who supported them in becoming who they are today. Justin Bieber is a YouTube sensation. If people didn't watch his videos, if people didn't press like on his videos, we wouldn't know who Justin Bieber is today. There is a we who have contributed to him being who he is today. So for every one of us in this room, no matter what it is that we want to do with our lives, we have to figure out who is our we. Now, I'm going to be the bearer of bad news right now, and I'm going to let you know that for many of you in this room, you have people in your life who you consider to be your friends who are not really a part of your we. They do not really want the best for you. They do not really want to see you succeed. And it is important that you pay attention to who is in your life. As young people, you have to take inventory of who is in your life. You need to make sure that the people who are in your life are there for a reason, for a purpose, to do and contribute something. If you hang out with people who celebrate when you fail, those are not your friends. Those are not your we. If you hang out with people who know what you want to achieve in life and are standing in the way of what you want to achieve, those people are not a part of your we. I always say that hanging out with negative people is like chasing after parked cars. They're very easy to catch because they are going absolutely nowhere. But that is a decision that many of us make for ourselves, hanging out with parked cars, wondering why our lives are not moving in any kind of positive direction. If you want your life to move positively, you have to find a we, a community of people who believe in you, who affirm you, who know what you want to get out of life and are pushing you towards achieving those things. You have to take inventory of every single person who is in your life. A friend of mine by the name of Drake says, while my friends are in the club partying, I'm in the studio making the music that they party to. Because Drake understands that while some of his friends, well, thank you. Drake understands that while some of his friends are in the club, wasting time, chasing girls, he's in the studio making the music that they waste their time to. Sometimes, in order for us to achieve the things we want to achieve out of life, we are going to have to separate ourselves from people who are not a part of our we, and we are going to rally with those people who do believe in us and want to see us succeed, and those people are going to be the foundation that allows us to build what it is that we are supposed to build in this lifetime. The difference between a lot of the people we see as successful and a lot of us is very subtle. A lot of times, the successful people, they wake up in the morning, they spend their entire day working on their dreams. Many of us in this room, we wake up in the morning and we spend our entire day watching them work on their dreams. Their dreams are not any more important than yours. You have to love yourself enough, believe enough in yourself to invest in yourself and your dreams, and that is the importance of having a we. Being connected to people who believe in you, who see your potential, who want the best for you. And you always have to remember that there are people who depend on you who are not even born yet. We don't even know when they're going to be born, but they need you to do and achieve certain things in your life to set the platform for when they arrive. So one of the final things that I want to say to you is this. You are the only person who knows what it is that you want to achieve out of life. You are the only person who knows your purpose, your dreams, your desires. So you are the only one who should be operating your we. You know the steps that you have to take in order to do and achieve the things that you want to achieve out of this life. So you are the only one who should control your we. If you have people in your life who are standing in the way of the things that you want to do and achieve, you may have to eject them from your we. But it is important that we understand that our we is more than just a gaming console. It is the key to us fulfilling our purpose as young people, as human beings. Whatever it is that we want to achieve in this life, it will never be achieved alone. So make sure you surround yourself with people who see your potential, believe in you, and are willing to be your we. Thank you very much.